Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. How is going, guys? I hope you're in good condition. And welcome to the second episode of the IDN solo podcast. And Fardan and Hanif, I'll be the host of this podcast. I'm not alone. I have a special guest, and here is Muhammad Hanif Al-Fari.
Hello everybody. Like Fardan said, my name is Muhammad Hanif Alfari, but you can call me Hanif. I'm from Karawang, and right now I'm studying at IDN boarding school Solo, majoring in network engineer.
So, how is it going, Hanif?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. And how about you?
I'm good too. Thank you. So, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, I think we are going to talk about how I got into IDN boarding school Solo.
Wow, it sounds great. Let's talk about the point. Okay, Anif, what you like to tell us? Why you choose this school?
Well, the story started when I was in third grade of primary school. At the time, I was playing marbles with my friends. And then I hear my parents motorbikes. When I say goodbye to my friends and go to my home. After my parents finish tidying up the things, I saw that my mom's had a square thing. When I asked what it is, my mom said it was a cell phone. At the time, I didn't know about cell phone or what could be used, so I didn't really care about it.
You really didn't care about it?
Yeah, when I was that young, I only think about my friends and only playing and playing with my friends. I'm not thinking about like technology or something like that.
So, what brand of cell phone did your parents buy at the time?
I think it was Nokia.
And have you played or bought a cell phone?
Actually, yeah. When uh when the Nokia cell phone or the cell phone is viral or booming in my village, I envy to the people that has the phone because I do not have a cell phone. And also my friend is always bragging about their new cell phone. So as an envious child who wants to try the new cell phone, I had a plan. My plan is when my parents are asleep, I will take their cell phone and download a Spider-Man game. After I download it, I will play the game, and then when I bored, I will delete the file. So there is no confidence. There's no. And after I play it, I put back the cell phone to my parents, and then I go to sleep.
Wow, that interesting. How you use it? How you use it? Secretly, it's so unthinkable.
Yeah, when I was that young, I am actually the only child who is stubborn in my family. So when my father say go to sleep, I will pretend that I will sleep, but I actually don't sleep.
So when your dad goes to bed.
Yeah, that's why I could take their cell phone and play the games.
And how does it feel after holding a cell phone for the first time?
It was quite nervous because I didn't get permission from my parents. I just take it and play it, but still, it's fun, even though the game is pixelated.
And why do you choose to download the Spider-Man games rather than other games like Tetris or Snake Sensia maybe.
I think in that era, the movie Spider-Man is booming in that era. So it's so popular that I one of the huge fan of that movie too. So that's why I download the Spider-Man game.
In the previous, you said your parents bought a cell phone, right?
Yes.
But had you own your phone?
Uh, I think yeah. When I was in the fourth grade of primary school, still I was talking with my mom,
Mm.
and then and also my father is still working, so I'm only talking to my mom, and my sister is also there. And then I hear Assalamualaikum, and I know that is my father voice.
Okay.
So I run to my father and say, "How are you?" to him. Uh, I see that my father is hiding his hand on his back, like hiding something. And then suddenly he said, "Happy birthday" to me. I was so shocked that it was my birthday because I forgot uh, that is my birthday.
Um.
Uh, so my father, after he say happy birthday, he put his hand on forward and give the plastic bag. It was plastic bag. So I take it. I was so happy. So I quickly grab what is inside it, and it was rectangular with like black rectangular too. So a box in rectangular photo in it, and there is a brand name called Andromex.
Well, I kinda envy you too.
Why?
Um, I'll never have phone before a couple months ago.
So you phone right now that you're using is brand new.
Yeah, that's my first phone. But have you ever held other device besides cell phone?
Uh, well, in my sixth grade of primary school, I was on my way home from my school, so I'm walking to my home. When I was arrived, I saw that there's two motorbikes in front of my house. And then I knock on the door and say salam. And the first thing I saw is a big black box on top of a table. And the second thing is there are my father friends. He is holding some tools that I didn't know what tools it used for. After that, my father friends always come to our house almost every day. And a couple days after that, my when I was playing with my phone in my room,
Mm.
my father knocked on the door and bring that big black box. But right now it's got updated. There is some red in it. At the time I didn't know what that big black box is, so I asked to him what it is. My father said it was a computer. Uh, we put the computer in front of my bed. So this is my bed, and then this is my computer.
Okay. Seems like your father and his friend are genius.
Actually, yeah. Before my father opened his own shop, my father is are working as a repairman, so he know about electronic and stuff like that.
Um, you got a computer for from your father assembly, right?
Nice.
But uh, have you bought your computer by yourself?
Yeah. When I was in the first grade of secondary school, and I think wait, no, not the first grade, it's the second grade of primary of secondary school. At that time it was COVID era, and because of COVID, I always play with my computer. And the game that are now new generation are not work with my computer. So when I try to run it, my computer always sound like there are maybe my computer will going to explode. So I shut it down the application and stop the and delete the files. Because of that experience, I go to my father and ask him, I think, father, I want my computer are getting old. I need a new one. Could you buy it? Buy it for me? Then my father response is no, buy it yourself. Uh, because in my pockets my money are low. Maybe I think it was just 20,000, $20,000, 20,000 rupiah. So I asked for my how much is my saving in my mom's, and my mom say it was 10 million rupiah. I think it was good to buy a new computer. It was, yeah. So I asked to my father to buy a new computer with my money. My father then look on the internet what are the goods computer for 10 million rupiah, and he found it, so he buy it. After a couple days, we wait the computer to come. Uh, see, there there is someone knocking on our door, and when my father opened it, it was JNT, JNT, holding a big package, and he gave it to my father, and my father signed the paper. After he signed the paper, he called my name. Hanif, go down. There are your new computer. So my room is actually on the top, and my father room is on the first floor. So I run from the top to the bottom, and then yes, there is big packets. Maybe how much? Maybe this big, this like long and
Oh,
yes,
it's
so
very
tall.
big.
Yes, and then we yes, my father and I open the packets with a knife. We open very carefully. We don't want to hurt the computer.
Yeah.
After we open it, there are computer, keyboard, and mouse. So it's there is actually one problem about that. We actually forgot to buy the monitor, so we cannot give it the test drive because there is no monitor. If you try to plug the computer, yes, it will be turned, but you cannot see what is happening in the computer. Uh, like I said in the previous story, my father owned a shop. Uh, in his shop, there is a CCTV on the top.
Okay.
So if you have a CCTV, uh, you have to has a monitor because that's how you look what the CCTV are looking.
Okay.
My father's suggestion is how about we go to the shop, the store, his store, and borrow quotes and quotes the monitor for my PC.
Hmm.
So we take my father take his keys of and plug it in his motor and his motorbikes and go to the store. When we arrive, we say salam to the people in there. 'Cause there are also someone who wants to buy, and my father are talking to someone that I don't know who he is, who she is. It's actually a girl. After he talking about with the girl, my father go back to the motorbikes and take he opened the seat and there is what is a bag? I think yes, a bag, and then he close it and go into the store again. When I see what inside the bag, it's full of tools that I don't know. Maybe I know a screwdriver, and hammer. Maybe that's all I know. Yeah. So my father are my I think the shop, the store, the monitor store is actually plugged into the walls. So we need to remove it from the walls. So I help my father. I just hold the TV, the
Monitor.
monitor, like here, like this, and my father just open it. And after we unplug from the walls, we take the monitor, go back and go back to my home, and then we uh, put the monitor on the table. We put this CPU on the bottom, keyboard on the front, and the mouse on the right. I think my uh, bed was on here and my computer on here. So it's remapping. After we set up the computer, we give it a test drive. And then there is a sound again. Alhamdulillah, it didn't explode.
Okay. And Um, why did you buy a new computer? Then save for your future.
Uh, well, as a gamer child who play computer a lot, and the computer that he has are getting old because of the brand new games are getting now are very big files. So so I just thinking about my computer are getting old and I need a new one to play more games.
Okay. So, do you still have the computer?
uh no, actually,
But why?
well, after the COVID era and the COVID-19 are getting decreased, maybe when I was in third grade of secondary school, I have to go to my school again. My school are boarding school, so before my departure, my father said that there will be no one using my computer. So uh, my father will take the computer and put it on his second store. He opened a new store.
Okay.
Uh, my in my mind was like hell no, because I buy the computer with my own money. My father give me a deal for the exchange of the computer. You will get the best laptop, and without any thinking, I will accept that deal.
Um, so your laptop now that's uh the exchange for from your computer before.
Yeah, but actually, my laptop that I'm using right now is actually better than my computer because my laptop price is 18 million rupiah and my laptop price are 10 million rupiah.
Hmm. By the way, what makes you want to tell your childhood story?
Uh, Everything that I told from previous story is all about I getting in touch with devices. Uh, Maybe in right now, if a child hold devices, they will only think about games, playing app or playing ML. But because of that experience, because of I getting in touch in that in devices, I getting in touch with devices. Right now I'm actually in love with devices. Every days or every month I will see a news about new devices like virtual reality or something like that.
But can you tell us why you did choose this school but not others vocational schools?
uh, well, When I was in the ninth grade, uh, after maybe graduate from it from the secondary school, I look on the Google about IDN boarding school Solo. When I see the picture, it was so cool. There is a pool on it, and there is a building. The building are so cool, and the view are so beautiful. Well, the last part is true, but the other one's still under construction.
So you come to this place because of that.
No, not only because of that. When I see the article about Eden boarding school, most graduates from here are getting paid high.
So you come here because of money.
And everybody wants to get rich.
Yeah, you are right. Well, from this podcast, I can conclude uh, that the past is what makes you who you are today. Um, I think that's all for our podcast today. Thank you so much for your time here. I really appreciate it. You are very interesting, boy. Uh, let's close this podcast by reciting hamdalah and doa kafaratul majelis. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Subhanallah wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. For the last, thank you to everyone. I'm sorry for my mistake and see you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.